drag just to show you how to do it. For example, this is this data set. For example, this Superstore data set is basically a data set where you can get all the things like this is basically used by every Tableau developer to understand the concept of Tableau. So I will show you the how this Superstore data look like. So just drag here. So yeah, so if you are able to see, like for example, once you drag here, this sample Superstore sheet is that sheet in which data is containing, it comes to this particular position. And for example, if your data set has many sheet, like many sheet containing data, so that sheet will reflected here in this area. In this area, the sheet will reflect, and then you can use that sheet. For example, if you want to use sheet 1 or sheet 2, you just remove that and just drag this to here, and then you can work on that. So if you want to see how it looks like basic overview, it will give here. Like for example, if you see here, customer name, discount, order date, and stuff, all the things what all the entry which is in that data sheet, which is it will be displayed here. Like it's a basic overview to give the developer that this is the things present in your data set. So now what I will do, I will just want to clean this data, because if certain thing, like if there is something called some issue or some data is missing here, so we'll see how we'll get into that, or what is the data inside this file. So just click this clean step and it will just redirect to this step. So wait for, because the data is big. So here you can able to see all the stuff. Like for example, if you see day to ship, day to schedule, customer profit, so and all stuff. Like for example, if you able to see here, you can see here that this beside that there is a distribution also. For example, if you click here, it will let you know how it's like. Basically this is a ascending to descending, and if you click here, it's a descending to ascending. So yeah, you can do like this also to see the distribution. For example, if you see here discount, which like 0% is maximum, again 20 like 0.1 to 0.2% is like 21% or 2144 rows is there. So you can also know that how many rows of that. For example, if you want to know that how many customer in France, then it's like 2,827 of that total entry of people of customer are from France. It's contribute almost 28% of total data. So you can also see this kind of stuff here. And now, for example, if you want to rename something, like for example, if you want to rename, you just have to click here and just you have to just click, and whatever you want to write, like for example, shipping rate and stuff, you can write, and then you will show that particular column name is changed. And then suppose you want to remove something, like for example, in this, I don't think you can remove anything, because almost every data is important here. But yeah, for example, I will show you different data where we can remove something. So here you can see, as I told you, that once you drag some another file, it will tell you there are 4 sheets inside it, and then you have to use that. If you want to use any sheet, you can just drag that sheet. Like for example, I'll show you. Yes, so this is the basically one data set. So just we look what is inside it. So yes, this is, if you are seeing here, like it's like product features, features one, features two, number of features and stuff, number of units sold, price, stuff. So here, for example, if you want to remove some of the null value, you just have to click that, and here it's like keep only, exclude edit value. So if you want to exclude, just exclude that, and it will show like, then see that all the null value is totally gone. But the thing is like, you don't have to do this, because sometimes null values like contributing, like in some of the column the null value is very less, like almost for 5% of the total data. So at that time in data science, like it did not say to, like it's recommendable that you should keep that data inside your data set, because that is also contributing something in your data. So like that you can do that. Apart from that, for example, you can join here. For example, I will show you certain column. Just you see, if I'm dragging here, it is showing join as well as union. So if you create to join, you just leave that, and then you can see that join. So here, what this signature, this sign is telling that there is, this data does not have any what do you call, any common column to join. So now what to do? So first we'll check which column is present, or which column is in clean one and clean two. Like for example, if you see, we'll see that if anything we can do for here to. So if, for example, if we don't get any column which is common to clean two, then what we'll do, we'll just create one field, okay? And here what we write, like it's a join column, and here we write only one and apply. So now you will see that join column will be there. I think, wait, I will show you. Kind of dummy column. We can create a dummy column to just to join that. For example, if you don't have any common column to merge, or common column to join, then you have to create a dummy column, so that using that column we can join the two data sets. For example, here also we don't have any column to join. So again, here we can create calculated field and just write one and then apply. Now what we'll do, we'll go here, and now just click here. For example, if you want to do, it is giving flexibility, like if you want to do some outer join and stuff, so you just click both, you will see the whole thing will whole data will be done. But still it's saying warning sign, because you don't have given any clause, like on which column this both data set will be joined. So what I will do, so here, for example, I created one column as I saw you before. Like for example, where is that? Join column, and here again it's like join. So once I will do that, that warning sign will goes off, and then started joining. So it will take some time. For example, I will do inner join, not a. So yes, and now again, when we want to see how the data will look like after join, so just do the clean step thing, and now you will able to see that the both of the data set are now joined. Like for example, if you see, as I saw you, like shipping data, profit per customer, and these data are from this sample super dashboard. For example, how to know that whether this column is from this data or not. Like for example, if you see this sheet is having orange color, so wherever the orange color will start, it will say that particular column is from that sheet one, and this color, this green color, will say that it is from superstores, something like that. So I will just show you where is that. So yeah, what happened, like after join, if you see, After join, if you see all the column is like all the column is in this color. So if you see here, it will show like when you click here, it is in orange color. When you see here after joining, it will all color is in this color. So now if you see here, this is the data set from this sheet 1. So likewise, you can use many data set to join, or whatever performance you want to do with your data set, like whatever you operation you want to do with your data set, you can do here. Apart from that, join, what else you can do is like, I will show you that you can aggregate, pivot, as well as this pivot is very important in like many business requirement need this also. So pivot, union, script. Basically what script is like, for example, if you want to apply some Python code or some code, right? So you just have to write one script, and that script will you just insert here and then run, because I don't have a script now, and so just create one script and just run, and then that script, what the function of that script, that will be run in whole this data set. Like this is the input data set to this particular script, and after that, once you clean, once you add one step, then what happened, like after it will goes through this script, and final result will be there. So yeah, as I said earlier, that you can integrate this tool with Python and R. Till now they have done with Python and R, and they are actually developing more and more script to integrate with this tool. So you can do this also. So we don't have now, and so I will remove that. Again, for example, if you want to calculate some field, like kind of data engineer, like data, what you call data engineering, or like if you want to create some field based on this column, so you just, what you have to do is like create calculated field. And for example, if you want to do some any kind of operation, like for example some or any kind of sum in like sum of product or product per order, like this, or will do like product profit per order plus sales. So just click here and apply. If the calculation is wrong, like for example, if calculation is wrong, like I will show you how that will how that thing is working. If calculation is valid, then it will say that calculation is valid. If not, then I will show what it is saying, like what it will convey the message to the users. So just apply and save, and now you will see that create calculated field is now my another column, and we sorry. So now this profit, what we have created here, like for example, profit plus per order plus sales. This column is having this is another column which we are created. Like this is user have created for their own purpose, like for their own operation. So you can do like that also, like create calculator. For example, if you want to do some like want to know that how many customer visit on any particular date, then you can just create, and then you have there are a lot of function. Like if you see here, this is the functionality of inbuilt functionality of Tableau. So you can use, like for example, fix. What is the function of fix? So here you can see you can read also that fixed level of detail expression compute values using the specified dimension without reference to view level of detail. So, and the syntax is also given. So for example, if your syntax is not correct, then it will give some error. Like for example, so if there is some, so if I'll do like this, there is one error, like it will show there is some error. So now what is that error? So just click that, and you will get to know what is the error. Aggregate function are only supported when include in a level of detail expression. For example, fixed category and average quantities, kind of this kind of stuff. So whenever you are doing some wrong calculation, it will give error, and then you can just based on that warning message, you can just try to fix it. So this is the thing, and then after that, when your whole data cleaning stuff is done, what you have to do is like you have to output the thing. Like you have to after data clean, you want this data to be in your local or in your server. So just click this output. Now it will give some overview that your data will look like this, that save to output hyper. So this is basically, there are two type of file here. Wait. Two type of file, you can say, like hyper and as well as CSV. So this hyper is basically a Tableau file. Like if you have hyper file, then you can only able to open that file when you have the Tableau pre-builder, or else you cannot able to, because this is a Tableau file. So mostly when you are working with your data set, you try to save it in a CSV file so that you anybody can access, because everybody has anybody can open the CSV. So here, if you see this pen, like as like save output as a file, like for here, if you see, like I will show you that also. It's like publish data source, database table. You can do like this also, like publish data servers. Now you have to select server. Like for example, you have to sign in a server. So since we don't have server, we cannot able to do like there is Tableau online server. You have to. This is free of cost, but for few days. So you can do also like in for example in Boss like, or in big company, they have their own Tableau server. So you can just put the server name, and then you can just save this thing to that particular server. Yeah, 1 minute, there is one chat. Yes.
Hi, I didn't want to like disturb you. That's why I just wrote here.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, yeah. You that hyper file you can connect with Tableau desktop, and you can able to open that file. Okay, so I will show you how to do that also, right? Once I will go in Tableau desktop, I will show how to do. So server. So basically, you can upload the server in your company, like for example, big data server, or something like that. After that, we can also publish in a database table. Like you have to connect to server, Oracle, Snowflake, Teradata, something like that. If you have some workbench sequence kind of stick, or else like if you want to write one query, like for example, I don't want all the column, but I want only some specific column from this data. So you just have to write column, like for example, select. If you click select profit per customer. Yeah, if you have like if you there is some error, then it will say that okay, this is the error, you have to fix it. Since we don't have that, like for example, if we don't have that server, so this is actually a new functionality. This previously it is not there. So before, previously there are only published dataset and file. So I did not use that, but yeah, yesterday I saw that this is also one functionality added. So I'm trying this once. I will do this my own, and then if I'll get if I'll able to run, then I will show you how to do that. So basically, you can do also like customer SQL, like you can use your own query, and then you can run flow. And the last one is like the first one is file. So this is basically for your local, like if you want to save it in a local, this is the location. For example, if you want to give some name, like this is the location, and if you first you have to browse where you want to save. Wait 1 minute. I have to just convert into CSV file, and then browse. For example, this is so So once you will give, it will say that file name, and then what you have to do is like you have to run this flow. Without running, it will not work. So with either you will click here this to run flow, or you can click here run flow. Now the good thing is like if I run flow, for example, I will run flow, and then I will show how that that final data will look in a CSV. Since it has some less column or less row than it, so it is taking less time. But if you are dealing with big data and stuff, then sometime it collapses, like it will. So there is some bug inside the prep builder. So now I don't know they are fixing it or not. But yeah, I'm facing a lot of this thing. Like if you are dealing with some big data stuff, so sometimes it will throw, or it will just hang on. So if you see final output, I will show you how final output look like in our. So, and this is a final output. Like for example, we have created one table, created one another column like profit per order plus sales. So you see whatever we do, these all are, those all columns and stuff are here. Like for example, lastly we have joined another data. So if you see, this is like from here, product features 1, features 2, features 3 stuff. So basically this is the thing. Now what is the good thing about this is like, for example, if any new person comes in a team, and you have given this flow to that guy, like this is the process flow of cleaning any data. For example, this kind of the data having this kind of schema, because once a schema will change, this flow will not suitable for that schema. So I will show you how these things, like for example, if you click this, what process or what step you have taken in this clean step, all thing will be shown here. Like rename field, what we have done is we have renamed field to shipping date, from day to ship schedule to shipping date, and we have just calculated one field for join column. Again here also, if you see, go here, and then again here we have filtered the null value, that excluded all the null value, and calculated field, we have generated one calculated field here. So if you want to see like what process the developer has done in every step, then you can see, like for example, in this step after join, what we have done is like calculated field, like profit per order plus sales, like we have created one field. So it will show you that developer what the developer has done in each step. So it's a bit easy to understand. Like for example, if you don't able like if these things not given, then it's very difficult to understand.
Gaurav, one small question.
Yeah.
So for example, the schema that we are making right now, can we save the schema? And for example, you are doing with the file A, for you're doing this all pre-processing step. Now, if I get a new data, it will be in file B, but all the columns, everything will be the same. So can I apply this? Can I save the schema, and can I apply it on file number B also? Is there any way for that?
Yes, you can apply. What you have to do, like for example, if you have same sample store data, same data having same schema, like there is if the same column are there, but the entries are different. Like for example, this is from this data is having details from 2019. Now you will get the details from 2020. What you have to do, like if you want to do all the same process in that data also, what you just have to do, just click this, remove this, and bring that data here and run the flow. All thing will be automatically done.
Also, can I copy this somewhere, or the schema somewhere, or something like that?
You will save. You can save this. For example, I will show you. So Tableau flow files, you just so I will let you know how what is this Tableau flow files and package files. So if you want to save, you just save this. Like I will tell what is this flow files, and so for example, I will tell final file. So I'm saving this. Complete. So for example, after 2 year or 3 year after, you will get the same superstore data and having the same column, same number of column and stuff. You don't have to do all the step. What you have to do, you just bring that data in, for example, if you have data in a server and where the data is populating every day and so what it will do, like every day once, since the schema will same, but yeah, who knows, like after sometimes there will be some more columns to be added in that. But yeah, if also, like for example, I will let you know what I mean. For example, if you have now A, B, C, D column, right? So now after 2 years, you have some A, B, C, D, E. So what after 2 years also, you have performed your task in this field. So it will always perform their task in this field after 2 years, after 10 years, whatever, whenever you want to do that process will automatically implemented in this, but it will take consider only these 4 things, not the new generated data and that column. But yeah, if you want to include that, you just have to edit, and like for example, this is a date of something, like date of expiry or something like that. So then what you should do, like you can just add some you can edit that process step, and then you can add this and then run. So if in future, if you want to do some basic stuff, you can do without like, you don't have to start from scratch, and you just have to go to any step and then click, and then whatever you want you can do and then come out. So this is the flexibility basically, because for example, if you have certain thing, like for example, after 2 or 3 years, maybe data will be more, and there are some more column inside it. So you just have to give, like for example, if you have created this, you just give to any of your colleagues in your team, and then he can just run that, and then your data is ready. It's kind of, and you can copy also, like for example, these things I can save to a server also, and then from that server anybody can access that data. But apart from that, there is one disadvantage of this tool. Like this is a static tool, like this is not a dynamic tool. Like Tableau is static tool. What does it mean is, like for example, what Tableau is doing, like this is a data set. So when you are processing your data, it will take the screenshot of that data at that instant of point. Like for example, if you are taking data at 10 p.m. 20 minutes at AM, so it will take the screenshot of that data at that point of time. So after that, like for example, at 11:20, if any data will generate, it will not reflect here. For that reflection, what you have to do, you have to come here and just you have to refresh. This is the refresh button. For example, I will show you that. I will also show you that how it refreshes. Just you have to refresh here, and then that data which is generated at 11:20, then that will reflect at output. So this is the basic main of the disadvantage of this Tableau. So it is basically a static thing. Like you cannot able to like do all. You cannot think that if you are live, if the data is coming live and that is reflecting instantly. So for that, you have to just create one script, one automated script that after every 5 minutes, these things is refreshed, and then our data will look, and then the data is updated, and then the flow is run on that data. So due to that, now there is something new thing in market, like Grafana. The Grafana, as we see that, like you are seeing that some in sometime, like some data like increasing, live data is increasing. So for this purpose, now they are using Grafana. Most of the company uses this, because this is basically a visualization of live data. So you don't have to just write any script and stuff. So but we are not dealing with that. So yeah, so this is a basic disadvantage of this Tableau. It is taking a screenshot of that particular data at that instant, and then after you are using all the step in that data, and once the data will generate, you just have to refresh that, and then all the data will reflect here. So funny, I'm clear to you, yeah? Or
yeah, bro, clear.
yeah, fine, no problem. So yeah, so there is 2 files here. Also there are 2 files. Like for example, when I'm saving, if you see, like when I'm saving this save as, when I'm saving is, there are two files, flow files and package Tableau flow files. What does it mean? Like Tableau flow files will not consider your data. Like for example, this is a flow. Okay. So if I'm talking about flow files, so what it will do, it will only save this one, not your data set. This is not saved. So that is why it's called flow files. But package means it will also save these things. Like for example, after some time, if you like, for example, if you save in a flow files, and if there is some certain thing changes in a data set, for example, this is a basically a local data, so that's why I saved as a flow file. But yeah, if you are working with a big data or like a huge volume of data, then it is recommended that you should save it as a package data. Why is it like? Because for example, if new person come, or for example, if you if after 1 year you came to see, you will know that this data, what I have saved data, that data is present, as well as more data is also generated, and it is storing that particular data. So you can able to see data also, not only flow but data. So it is always recommendable that you should store the file with a package file. So once I store with a package file, it will also save my sample store data with this file. And if we store only flow file, then it will only store this flow only. So that is the basic difference of flow file and package file. Apart from that, you can also do like for example, I will show you. You can also do some pivot here, and one thing like here for example, it will also give their own recommendation. If you see here, the Tableau is also giving you a recommendation. Like for example, change data role to zip code and postcode, remove this field, remove this field. So why they are giving is like, for example, change data role to zip code, because data role to zip code and postcode, why it's saying, like when you're going to develop one sheet or one visualization, you will find that there is a Tableau can easily detect this zip code or as postcode, not other than this. Like if you are like, for example, if this column is having different name A, so again what you have to do, like for that, if this column is having some column has name A, but that is in the postal code format. So now you have to just right click, and then there is an option that you have to convert in a particular format you want to convert. Like for example, postcode, or it is a number, or it's a dimension, something like that. So yeah, so once they are giving that Tableau is giving a recommendation as per their own what do you call experience. Like okay, this is the detecting this, so the Tableau is thinking, okay, this is basically look like a zip code, so they are giving you a recommendation also, so you can change according to that. So that is also a good thing here. And apart from that, just let me show you another thing. This is the basic part, and one you can also do here, like group by and all stuff. Like I'm also show you that also. Just wait, I'm opening one new. And one more thing, like for example, if you want to like separate the column, you can separate that also. For example, there are certain things like if you're getting something like this, there is some column, like for example, date and time is in the same column, so you can segregate that also based on like as we segregate in Python, like using that, okay, this is the separator, or this is the separator, so you can do here also manually. So how I'm saying that also to you, wait. I'm just looking for that type of data if there is any. Customer name, for example, if I want to split this, like for example in first name and second last name, so what we'll do, just go there and you will see here split, yeah, split value. So there are two things, custom split and automatic split. First we'll look how automatic split look like. So if you see custom, that is the thing, like custom split one, what is done is like the first name they have split in one column and the last name they have split in the another column. So this is a basically automatic split done by Tableau itself. But yeah, if you want to do your own split, like you want no, I just want only one name, not the other name, then what you have to do is just 1 minute. Yeah, split value, custom split. So here if you want to use the separator, for example, I will use this space, then it's space like that. If you want to split the first, then you will split first, or if you want to split with a last name, then you can just click the last. If you want to split if you want with all, then you have to just click all. So kind of this kind of stuff you can do, like for example here I think it's space only, just to try to see if it's possible. Yeah, so there is a space only. So once I give the space, it is again just customer name split. If you see, there are three column, and now that last name I just split with the first name, so you can see that there is only first name. So this kind of operation you can do here without any coding or stuff. Basically initial pre-processing thing you can do here. But yeah, that imputation and stuff you have to use code, or else you have to integrate this tool with a Python or R. Then only you can able to do these things. So what I will suggest, that if you want to do this, I will give you one link in a group, because now there is always a competition going on or it's kind of weekly or monthly. There is a competition organized by Tableau only. They will give you a data set and problem statement, and you have to come up with your own solution, and you have to upload. So you can see many people are uploading if you are following some of the people from Tableau having Tableau background, you can see that they are using this day 1 day 2 challenge kind of stuff. So I would suggest try to do at least 15 Tableau prep things, so then you can able to feel like how the process is going on, like how the thing is going on. So one thing what I left here is that here if you see data use data interpreter. So what does it mean? Like Tableau is having its own interpreter. Okay, so for example, if you will click this use data interpreter, what it will do, yeah, it will detect some of the some of the null value or some of the data which is not which Tableau think that is not necessary to be present in our data set. So what Tableau do is like they will remove that thing. But what happens, some of the data set which is still not important for Tableau, but yeah, that is important for our further work. So it is recommended that don't click this, because you don't know what is how the Tableau interpreter is designed, like what code they have written, what thing. Sometimes what happened, they are removing some of the important column also based on because they have their own interpreter, and they build according to their own business. So it is highly recommend never ever do this, click this clean with data interpreter, because it will then you have to depend on Tableau interpreter, and that is very big blunder what most of the people doing. Like you just click this, and then you will find that, oh, my some of the column gone, and that is very important column for me. So never ever do that. So that is basically a role which is a process which is performed by the Tableau interpreter only. So this is a Tableau prep basically. And for example, like if you want to upload this thing where server, you just have to go server, again sign in, publish flow. Like if you want to publish flow, you just give the server name, again the same thing, and then this will upload it in that Tableau server. So yeah, this is the Tableau prep thing. there are many more things, but you since I have that balanced data, so that's why I cannot able to see all the functionality. But yeah, this is the basic overview of the Tableau Prep, and basically this is a overlooked tool in the market now. But now slowly I'm looking that everybody is now coming to this, because everybody is not so good in coding. So here you can just, without coding, you can do you can do all the stuff what you want for your business analyst as well as data analyst job. So yeah, if you have any question, you can ask me now. Then we'll.
Gaurav?
Yeah.
So you are joining to the data sets, right? Is it similar to the relationship what we create in the SQL and all, or is the relationship part separate from what you have done now?
No. This is the same thing. What we are doing in the SQL, right? The same thing here also.
So in that case, if I want to specify one-to-one or many-to-one kind of relationships and all, how is it possible to do that?
That same thing, like I show you, right? Like for example, if you see here join.
Hmm?
So here, what Tableau is giving, like they are giving only this type of like clean data, this outer inner join kind of stuff. But yeah, if you want your own join, right? So you just have to write one script. Like here, it's a script, right? So you have to just write a script, and then you just run that flow.
Okay.
So then that whatever you want to customize your data like process, you can customize that. But you have to write one script here.
In
Okay,
this
right.
script, can we also write some SQL query or something like that?
Yes. You can write SQL query as well as, but the thing is, like, first you have to integrate, because you have to connect. First you have to integrate with this tool. Like if I will write here now a script, it will not work because I did not integrate that thing. That is a bit difficult task. But yeah, you can use this script, and then you can do that. This is possible. First you have to integrate the tool with this Python. Python and SQL with this Tableau. Then only you can do. Otherwise, no.
So since someone mentioned about relationships, my question is like how relationships are different from joins in Tableau.
No, basically the same thing. The join, what you have studied in SQL, and the same concept is here. But what they have given is like they have given the flexibility without writing code. You just do is like you can. For example, if you are doing join, so what you are doing, you are doing in SQL that column dot A equals to data set A, and for column in a data set A equals to or inner join column B in a data set 2. So the same thing is happening here also, but yeah, you don't have to write that whole line. You just have to mention that column name on which you want to join. Nothing else. The mechanism behind that is the same what you are doing in the SQL.
Okay, thank you. Since Prep Builder is new to me, I'm experienced with desktop. In desktop, there are two options to connect two tables. For example, with joins and with relationships. And one of my assignment is like the lag. The performance was like quite slow when I work with when I'm working with quite a lot of tables, around 10. At the time, I was encouraged to like use joins in place of relationships. So, is there any like performance issues when coming to relationships and joins?
Basically there is some optimizing. Basically, if you are creating some relationship, right? So you are creating your own like relations, right? But yeah, if you are using join, this is inbuilt thing. So when you are like creating your own user relationship, so there is definitely some computation problem. So it is definitely there. If you are using join, then you will see that your task will be done immediately. But yeah, if you are doing some relationship, first Tableau will see whether they can whether Tableau can able to do this or not. If they can able to do, then it will say the volume of the data. So based on the volume of the data, that relationship will be applied on your data set. So yeah, there is some performance issue, performance kind of thing is there.
Okay, thank you. So it is better to opt for joins over relationship builder, right?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the thing is like, if you don't, if you like, for example, if your data required some relationship, and without relationship you are thinking that that is not possible, then you can definitely do that also. But yeah, it will take some time since you are dealing with a volume of data. So yeah, but there is no any like any hard and fast rule that if you are using join, then it's basically the performance and speed only. There, these two things will be will be affected by this. Other than that, the same thing is like, if you want to use join as well as or some custom relationship, so there is no any problem with that.
Okay, thank you.
So I would suggest, there is one question. Yeah, wait, have to okay, fine, no problem. So basically today, actually I will show you, because this is basically overlooked. Nobody is telling about how that these things work, since this is very easy. But yeah, see, I would suggest try to do some 10 to 5 basic prep thing, prep, data prep, and then you will come to know, okay, this is good tools, and you can do whatever you want. Like for example, when I'm working with my here, when I'm working in a boss, they have given me like certain tasks. So there are certain the data is very uh, big, and as well as very dirty, like the way it's very dirty. So I'm not able to do I'm not able to think what to do, or what how to proceed. So I started with this Tableau prep only. But when I show to them, that they are like, they don't know what is this Tableau prep. But the same thing, what I am doing using PySpark, the same thing I have done using this also. So that is the basic flexibility. Without code, you can use you use this technique to clean your data or pre-process your data. Only clean and pre-process, not imputation and all stuff, because here it's not possible to do that. So yeah, and these things you can upload in a server, and then whenever anybody want, you can just go and just change this. If the schema is same, just change these things, and then click flow run, and then whole thing's done in a second. So this is basically what Tableau prep is doing. So I will provide you one link where the data is coming. Like for example, that the big issue is like from where we get data, but clean unbalanced data, so that you can use these tools. So I will provide you one link. I'm just searching that in a group, and then you can use that link and take the data from there, and then you can try one or two Tableau prep thing. So you can get the feel of it, and then we'll move forward tomorrow in a Tableau desktop.
Great. Thank you. I just posted one question. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I am like trying to get a hold of custom SQL.
okay. I will try to do that, because the thing is like, every time, like now it's the every 2 to 3 months, Tableau is coming with some new functionality. Like before that, before that, you will get you are not you will not find these things, database table and stuff. So now I'm seeing that they have include database table also. So yeah, something I also did not use before. So I will try to show you that how to connect with Tableau, or like how to connect with server from SQL server. Like for example, I have Workbench, MySQL. So I will try to connect with Tableau with MySQL server, some local server, and try to give you a feel that how we can connect with the server. So I will do that tomorrow. I will do that. I will try today, because that in company I used to do, but now here I'm facing some issue to connect with the SQL with Tableau. So I'm just figuring it out, what is the problem. So once I will get to know what is the problem, then I will let you know how to do that also. No any problem with it. I will let you know how to do that.
Thank you.
Okay, fine. So if you have any questions, you can directly ping me on WhatsApp also. I will try to answer your query, and I will send you the link from where you can take the data and try to do this Tableau prep thing. And then tomorrow we'll start Tableau desktop, because Tableau desktop will take a lot of time, because there are lots of functionality and stuff we have to cover in that. So I think 2 days will take that particular Tableau desktop thing. So thank you all to attending this session. sure that you like this, and if you have any problem, you just drop your question in WhatsApp chat, and I will try to answer them.
Yep. Thank you very much for the day.
Yeah, fine.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Gaurav.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thanks, Gaurav.
Bye.
Thank you.